to another episode of Yarn and Shenanigans with Amy and Kristin. We're back again at Kristin's yurt just because it's just so fabulous. I love it here. I'm going to move in. Kristin hasn't decided to let me yet, but that's okay. So yeah, we're back at Kristin's yurt and the holidays are upcoming. I'm making a turducken. I'm very scared about that. That's going to... Yeah.
Can't wait to see it.
The pictures are going to be
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I'm scared. I'm so scared. I'm also wearing a hat today because yesterday was my friend Kim's birthday and I threw her a birthday party at my house and I let my hair dry while I slept because I took a shower at like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, I'm not turning on the blow dryer. So it's a mess, but my hat is fabulous. So
it is.
I love this hat.
Oh, and I love that, the pom-pom. The pom-pom is so cute.
Here's my pom-pom.
Love it.
So yeah, that's why I'm wearing the hat today. Plus, it's finally gotten cold enough for hats and sweaters.
It has. Yay!
So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I didn't make this sweater. I bought it. But
it goes great with your hat.
It does. It's, and I'm wearing pink shoes. So just in case you had questions about what color was my favorite. Now you know.
You are predictable.
I am. Always gonna go for the pink. So yeah, that's my net. We our staff pack purchases are put away as
they are
in the bag in my craft room. And I went through them and I was like, wow, I got so much pretty stuff. I really need to. Mm-hmm. I need to work on that Ravelry queue. That's the goal.
I'm already looking for shawl patterns for my silk yarn, so I'm very excited. But nothing until 2022 because Christmas has got to be finished first, and we're working hard on that.
You're going to be off the week of Thanksgiving too, so Kristin's going to be knitting away. You guys, Kristin and her knitting, right? So. Literally every night she's like posting like in a message on what she knit. Her sweater that she's gonna show you guys was maybe like 2 inches the last time I saw it. No, maybe like 3 inches last time I saw it. Now it's like practically done. And that was like 2 days ago. So I'm like, I can't even sit down and knit my socks. Like, I gotta get my knitting mojo back, Kristin.
I think it's because you have a life and I don't. So I sit and I knit and you go out and have a life.
Is it sad that I'm jealous? I'm so jealous you get to knit all day and like, not all day. Kristin does do other stuff, but I'm jealous of your knitting time. I'm like, I gotta work and then I gotta come home, take care of my house. Adulting is hard, you guys.
It is.
You guys, I had to fix a toilet in the middle of a birthday party last night. Let's just talk about that. No one knew. I was like, I had a lot of sangria. I was like, we have YouTube and I've got a wrench. I can fix this. I did. I fixed the toilet. So I have many goals. If being an accountant doesn't work, I'm just going to be a plumber.
I'm thinking.
I'd be amazing at it.
Life goals there.
Yeah. I'm just like, I can lock myself in the bathroom and knit. Tell people I'm working.
There you go. It'll work.
Yeah. Probably not. I'm too. Poop. That's all I gotta say. First time. No.
So we're gonna start with our finished objects today.
Oh!
No. We're gonna start with what we're wearing.
Oh, what are we wearing?
No.
What are we doing?
I can't remember my plans.
I know, Kristin plans, and I'm just like, let's do it all.
So first, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to look at some pictures.
You know what our podcast has become? You're the planner, and I'm like the personality.
Now, wait a minute here.
I'm sorry. That's like my whole, all I contribute to our podcast. Kristin, plans. She's got snacks. And I'm just like, I'm just going to show up and talk. That's what I do.
So today we're going to, there you go. Today we're going to start out with some pictures. The first pictures we're going to see is of my sister. I had said that I'd finished the Moxie jacket a while ago and sent it to her, and she finally got me some pics. So you are now looking at pictures of my sister wearing the Moxie jacket by Sabina Harnage. And this was the outfit that she wanted to make with it. These were the pants, so that it was knit specifically for this outfit. And you are also seeing the fashion photographer who was my niece. So that is the promised pics of my sister's Moxie jacket in action.
They turned out so awesome.
They did. When I ask my sister for pictures, it always turns into a fashion shoot. There's nothing simple with my sister and niece. It is always, runway ready. And then the next pictures you're going to see are of my friend Kat. And Kat just finished, this is her first in the round project, and it's the Olori sweater tee by Lanre Ojikutu, which I just butchered that name.
You did really good with this.
And this was the sweater that I had also made, and I showed last time that we podcasted. And I finally got a pic from Kat, my friend, and very, very happy and impressed with her. She did find out that her mother loved it because, we post our things on the internet, on Facebook, and her mom's like, "Oh, I want one of those." And I'm like, "Kat, you have to start not doing this. You will learn with knitting. You have to be careful what you post." But her mom wanted one, and then her mom tried on the one that Kat made, fit her mom better. So now Kat's mom's getting this sweater, and Kat is going to make herself another one. But she thought this one was a little bit big on her anyway, so she's very happy to give it to her mom and then make one that fits her a little bit better. But I'm just thrilled with how well she did and how great it looks. And she's happy to knit another one. So it is a really great beginner pattern, and I thoroughly support and say that you should be doing that. All right, so those are the pics. Those are out of the way. Now we're going to do what we're wearing and finished a long time ago because we just want to share. So what do you have?
So we'll start finished?
No. Oh. You're the shawl.
Oh, so these
are things that we finished a long time ago. We're just sharing.
You guys will notice a theme in my knitting. It's got a lot of pink and a lot of neon today. This is my Solaris. It's by Melanie Blurg. I love this. This is a great pattern for those mini skeins. That you get a set. This is actually just a set of minis and the set of the white. Now the cream sparkle, I don't know if you guys can kind of see the sparkle. This yarn is no longer made, but a good alternative, Knit Picks actually makes a fingering that has silver luster in it. So it looks exactly the same as that. So I may have bought like 5 skeins after I realized this was no longer available because it goes with everything. And this is just, I don't know where I got these minis from, but I feel like it's like Alice in Wonderland it was just a set of minis that were neon colors. So it's really pretty, and the pattern goes all the way. It's just gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
So that's a great mini.
Yeah. And I like this because you can it's kind of basic up here, you're just knitting and knitting, but you can kind of time yourself, like, okay, I'm going to do one section today and get to the next color, right? That kind of stuff. So like that. So
that's a great one. I'm wearing something that is called the Charlotte by Cheri Kristin. I knit this a long time ago, and it's a short-sleeved cardigan, and I knit it to be able to wear to work because work I am required to wear sleeves if I'm not wearing a uniform, and so all the summer stuff nowadays is no sleeves.
Yeah.
So I wore it to wear over. I made it to wear over summer clothes. It's made out of Premier Yarns, the Cotton Fair type, and it is just white. But I really enjoyed it, and it looks fancy pants, but let me tell you, it's not that hard. The only bad thing is that you do seam it up, and then you're seaming up lace.
Oh, I was going to ask you about the shoulder seams if that was seamed. You did a really good job.
Yeah, so let me tell you that. There was a learning curve on learning how to seam up lace because I'd never done it before with this. But this is called the Charlotte. So those are our past knits. Now we've got just recently finished objects.
Yeah. Oh, I did want to say my hat is the Conversationalist, and my yarn is Manos Del Uruguay. This color is called Shocking, and they have another color that I love that's called Highlighter, which is what it sounds like. It's highlighter yellow. It's beautiful. I have many skeins of it, but this is so soft. I love it. Love it.
It's cute. And I love that pom-pom.
Yeah,
and you put all the different color pinks in there.
I know.
It's so cute.
It's fun. You know, I love anything pink. And I actually did make that to go with, this is like a basic brioche cowl, but I made it to go with this hat. So just the same Manos. This is a good, we'll put a link to the pattern, but this is a good beginner learn brioche because it's very mindless and there's no decreases or increases. You're literally just whatever. But I love brioche because it's like, oh, you want the pink and white or the white and the, I just love it. I love it. And it matches perfectly.
Looks great.
It makes me happy. So, yeah. Oh, okay. Recently finished. Well, you guys, it's been a busy week, so not a lot of knitting. But I did bring Tom's 8-bit Doodle Cow. You can kind of see it is so amazing. I did not think my husband was going to go for this, like, color, because it's got a lot of, well, first off, if you knew my husband, he's not a very let's put neon on my body kind of guy. He wears 3 colors, navy, black. He wears 2 colors, navy and black. And, blue. He wears navy. Yeah, well, I guess navy is blue.
Right.
So I was like, are you going to want all this color? And he's like, oh, that's really cool because it's all like 80s video games, like cast. Right. I don't even know them all, but I know that Pac-Man is in there. Right. And, yeah, that's what I know. Space Invaders, that's the other one. So it's finished, and it's amazing, and this is an amazing pattern, and I'm very happy with it. So
yeah, it's great.
And it's heavy.
It's heavy. It's going to be warm.
And warm, so he'll wear it for 2 days. And then the rest of the days
Go up to the mountains.
Yeah, maybe.
Go take a trip up to the mountains, he'll wear it.
I just love, like, you can kind of see my seam because I haven't washed it yet, but one day. But, I mean, it's not that noticeable.
No.
It's not. So you're looking for it. So, yeah, I really love it. This was fun. Definitely, it's charted, so it was a little, you have to pay attention to what you're doing. But the pattern was really cool. She gives you all the charts, and then you can put them in the order that you want. So it's very, pick and choose. You can also add your own in if there's something you want to make yourself, but I really love this.
That's great.
Love it.
So much fun.
So fun.
All right, what else do you have for finished?
That's it.
Is that it? Okay, so we have to bring up our guest for the day, who is wearing one of my finished objects. Here's Miss Princess.
Hi, Princess.
And this is her new sweater. So there we go. Can you say hi, Miss Princess? Oh, there we go. Yes, she just looks at the camera because she's getting a treat.
Oh, that's I guess I can make her do it. There we go. Don't worry. There we go.
That's a true dachshund for you.
Yes.
So this is called the Mini Pupper Sweater by Finicky Creations. And this is a worsted weight yarn called Online Super Sock, German. And it's worsted weight. And I actually have a matching set of socks that Amy did a sock class many years ago that I attended, and I used this yarn. So I do match with my socks, but we're not getting those out today. But this is Miss Princess's new gown to keep her warm. Yes.
I should make Max a matching one, and you guys can be like doggy models. He could be a little doggy couple.
Max has got enough fur for 12 dogs.
He loves sweaters, though, you guys. So cute, his little self.
Alrighty. So then I made another chemo hat for a friend. And this. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So she had picked this she had seen it someplace. And this is called the Crosstop Hat. It's by King Cowl. You have to buy a pamphlet of 4 or 5 patterns to get this. So I had to wait for that pamphlet to come in. And the yarn that I made, the purple, is called the Baroque Modern Cotton DK. And then this is, I can't say this, Papagayo Parrot Painted Cotton Blend in the color Hyacinth.
I love the stripy too.
I know.
It's a really good pick with the solid color.
I think it turned out really well.
Yeah,
and
really
she wanted
nice.
Slouchy, so it wasn't meant to be a slouchy. This was supposed to go up like this, but with it, when you don't do that, and this is out of a cotton blend, it does slouch. So I think it looks all right.
Mm-hmm. No, that's
so
great.
I got that one done, and you can see it's just, this is I had to use intarsia. So this was what I learned was how to do intarsia. I'd never done it before, and it's very, very super duper simple. But for my first time doing anything like that, it worked out well, and I'm glad now I know how the basics. I haven't done anything fancy, but one of these, I've got another hat that's a bit more fancy than this that I'm in the middle of for intarsia, so we might get that done.
Oh.
And then, dun, 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 I have finally finished the Olympic bag. Yay!
Oh, I'm so excited. You guys, it's so pretty.
So here is the Olympic bag.
I love it.
So I call it the Olympic bag because I was supposed to do this during the Olympics, which I didn't. And these are the colors.
That's fair.
These are the colors of the Olympic medals. So this is gold and bronze and silver. So that's it. And
can we open it up and see how
Yeah.
So it's like a little bucket. It's really
it's like
cute.
a bucket bag. Yeah. Now the real name for this pattern is called the Twill Tote, and it's by Pearl Soho. The yarn I use is 100% linen, Fibra Natura flax, and the colors are tangerine, silver, and dusted apricot. So I finally got it done. I'm very excited.
Because the dusted apricot was your bronze color?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Yep.
it.
So
I like that color.
got 3 things done, so I'm very excited. Yes, and I'm glad to get this one off of my whip pile. So those are my finished objects.
Yay! What you working on now?
What am I working on now? So I gotta get out my correct knits. Christmas is a happening. So now we're doing.
So fast. So pretty.
This is called Skylights by Tanis. I can't say this word, Lavallee. Don't ask me, I have no idea. And it's I'm making this out of Taki Yarns Ashton. I got on a really good sale, and we got really bad. Okay, now I look like a ghost because if you take that down, now it looks great. You put this up, I look like a ghost. This is made out of Taki Yarns Ashton. It's 50% merino wool, 24% alpaca. Then you have acrylic and polymide in there, and it's a chainette, and this is a bulky yarn. So what's nice is that this is going to go really fast. It's for my niece. It's an oversized sweater, which is really funny because I talked to my sister. My niece is like 5'2". So I talked to my sister and I said, do I make this as long as the pattern's supposed to, or should I, make it a little bit shorter because at 5'2", things just, drape on her. And my sister's like, no, it's fine. It's oversized. It's not supposed to form to her body. And she said, I'd asked Emily a couple weeks ago if I was to knit her something for Christmas, what she wanted. She said she wanted an oversized sweater. She said, Emily's going to think that I arranged all of this. And she didn't. I just picked it out, but it's a cute sweater, and I think that she'll enjoy it. And I think it's going to be nice and soft, and she lives in Colorado, so there's actual winter there, reason to wear sweater.
Yeah.
So I hopefully will get this done. Like we said before, that I'm taking the week of Thanksgiving off, and I want to get this done by the end of that week.
It'll be finished before this week is over.
Probably not, but we're going to get this thing done, and then I have to start on the next Christmas project, which hopefully when we record again, I will have started and be able to talk about. Mm-hmm. So that's my work in progress.
No Christmas knitting for me because I'm a selfish knitter, and that's okay. So you guys, I did not start my socks yet again. But I did manage to get started on my Around the Blend. This is the yarn I got at Saf. Look at that. I have one triangle done. There are 3, so I got a little ways to go, but
isn't that gorgeous?
I'm super excited.
So how many different colors are in this?
So there are 6.
Oh, wow.
And it's kind of cool, you guys, because this is a DK weight, the white is, but this is a fingering weight, and you hold them together to make like the difference. It's so pretty. So like you start with 2 of the same blue, and then you pick 2, one of the first color and one of the second, then you do the second, and then you like go from there. So that's really cool how it makes the blend.
Yeah.
So
that's gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this.
So you can get that done.
Maybe.
Oh, that's on a good.
Maybe.
I was afraid. I didn't
yeah,
see
it's
this,
on
and
a
I was afraid.
holder.
Oh, I don't want to miss.
Yeah, it's kind of
drop
weird.
stitches.
Like then I have like. Yeah, I'm just very intrigued by the construction of this.
So that's going to be gorgeous.
Yeah, I think so. I'm
Good job.
Pretty happy with it. So, and what's nice is, I mean, even the back is like
yeah. Well, with garter
blended,
stitch.
So yeah.
With garter stitch, it's reversible, so it's lovely.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's it. That's all my knitting, you guys.
That's all your knitting.
I know. My motivation is like.
I
didn't even get any acquisitions, and that's like the first time in the history of the podcast that's happened. But I did buy like 4 Christmas trees, so I mean,
so she didn't have any yarn acquisitions.
No yarn acquisitions. Christmas tree acquisitions, yes. Michael's had their sale, and I was like,
I'm there.
Get on the internet and buy some Christmas trees.
Get close, you're getting cut off.
I know, I keep going out. I'm sorry, you guys. No, so I had my friend's birthday party yesterday, and Christmas trees got delivered yesterday in the midst of all that, and Tom was like, "Oh, it's got to go upstairs in the attic," and I was like,
"No, they're coming out next week."
I know they're coming out anyway, so we just left them in the living room in the boxes. I was like, we could put them up. I love Christmas, so I'm like, let's put them up. But Tom's birthday is the week of Thanksgiving, so he has made the rule that there's no Christmas in our house before Thanksgiving dinner has ended. Now, Thanksgiving after dinner, I'm like, the tree's right there, buddy. Let's go. So that's gonna happen like after everyone leaves. But yeah, I gotta make it through the turducken.
Okay, and then we can start decorating. All right, so I have one acquisition. So the thing is that, as Amy well knows, I don't buy mystery yarn. Don't like it. And it's because if I'm going to spend the kind of money, I want to know what I'm getting. And there's a lot of yarn, out there that's gorgeous to other people, not gorgeous to me. Nothing wrong with the yarn, just not my taste.
Just not you.
And so if I'm going to spend X number of dollars, I want to know what I'm getting. I want to make sure that I'm actually going to like it. So there's a yarn company that I've fallen in love with called Torch Teal Knits. And I found them on, was it Eat Sleep Knit? Mm-hmm. Is that the right one?
Yes.
So Amy got me on to Eat Sleep Knit, and I found them on Eat Sleep Knit, and I love them. And you can get stuff off of Eat Sleep Knit. That's where you can get most of their yarn. You can get a little bit off of their website. They don't have the same amount. You know, they mostly go through LYSs, but you can get a little bit. And so what they did have was a mystery bag. And I'm like, oh, but I don't do mystery bags. I don't like mystery bags, but these are so pretty. So what they did is you had a choice of either a fingering mini or a DK mini. And then they kind of showed you this clump of yarn and said it would be something along these colors. And I loved the colors. So I took the deep dive and bought my very first mystery bag. And I am so happy.
So great.
So I got the DK minis. And this is what I got.
So
trying to get it so it's not so shiny. And these are, this is the DK. It's 100 grams. So it's 20 grams a skein, which is about 49 yards per skein. So they're not huge, but I just absolutely love these colors. And I think that they're just adorable. And I'm kind of one of these people that's like, but I want to keep all the colors together because they look so good. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this, but it was a lot of fun. She also sent, this is called the All Treats No Trick Mystery Grab Bag. And this is the DK way. And there was also a stitch marker in there that was really cute. And a little thing of soak wash.
Okay, nice.
And then she also sent a tiny little, chocolate. Right? And I hadn't gotten to it. It was laying on the table, and my husband sees it, automatically grabs for it, starts opening it. I was like, excuse me, that was in my bag. That was for me. He's like, okay. I said, okay, fine, you can have it. No, it's all right. I said, fine, just eat it. It's fine. You can have the chocolate. after I guilt the guilt. So he ate the chocolate. That was fine. Have no problems with that. I didn't bring the other stuff because they were really cute little stuff. What I really like is
that's really
the
pretty.
Yarn.
I love this pop of orange in here.
Yes, I love the pop of orange. And this, the variegated, of course, has all these colors in it. So you can do a bunch of different things and combine them in different ways or just use them singly. But I took the chance, and this was the one time I was like, I love this. So hopefully in the future, I will be able to get more of her lovely yarn.
I paused giving Princess treats, and she was giving me this stink eye. She was like, Sally.
We're allowing Amy to bribe Princess because Princess was a little bit growly when Amy came in, and I'm like, okay. So we just need to bribe her because she's a dachshund, and that's what you do with dachshunds. You bribe her into good behavior, and she won't be getting many treats this evening, but she will be well satisfied with the Amy treats. So that was my acquisition. So very happy with that. Don't know what I'm going to use it for, but already thinking.
Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on like a pattern that you love that uses DK weight like minis, like a set like that, please feel free to post it. Yeah. We're always looking for ideas.
So I think that would be a lot of fun.
I like that colorway is like, even though it's a Halloween colorway, it's not like in your face Halloween, so you could wear that all the time.
Exactly.
It's so pretty.
And you can obviously use them separately, but I just love them together.
Yeah. I agree.
So that was like all of our acquisitions. So you're working on your Around the Corner. What else are you going to be working on? What are your plans?
Around the Blend.
Around the Bend.
I deep down in my heart, I want to make Christmas ornaments, like little mini sweaters. But I also don't really want to make little mini Christmas sweaters. I'm like,
well, there's a couple different things. So Arnie and Carlos has Knit Along now. That's all little sweaters, the Norwegian type of color work.
Yeah.
And they have a video out how to make hangers. So you've got the hangers to put them on, which would be really cute. Now, Mrs. Brown from Mrs. Brown Bags from the Grocery Girls has a hat vent, and she's making tiny hats.
Oh, I could get behind tiny hats.
And those are just amazingly adorable. And I had briefly thought, because I have huge projects that I need to get done by Christmas, I briefly thought in my delusional state that the mini hats would be a great way for me to practice with DPNs. Because I can use DPNs, I'm not great at DPNs. And sometimes I get the runs and sometimes I don't. And I kind of want to practice more so that I can confidently never get the runs that you get with DPNs.
Yeah.
Learning on tension and stuff like that. So I saw that on the Forest Girls podcast. One of them did a test knit for the little hats, and they're just absolutely adorable. And you want to talk about using up minis or scraps, it's a fantastic way to do it. So I think that those are two really good ideas for Christmas knitting.
Yeah.
And of course, Arnie and Carlos has the Christmas balls. They have 55 Christmas balls. So you can do Christmas balls. So there's a lot of different options as far as wanting to make little things for Christmas for ornamentation and stuff. That I think would be fun. I would probably lean towards the hat if I'm going to do anything.
Yeah.
Because they're tiny and you can get them done.
When the
gal at the Forest City Knits gal said she would make one in an evening. So if you need to have a palette cleanser or whatever, like I do with between big knits, I usually do a quick one skein type thing just to kind of do something else before I get sucked into another time commitment. So I think that those would be kind of cute. And what she did was that she had a set of minis, and so she just alternated the colors throughout the hats. So all the hats look different, but they all kind of coordinated because they all, had the same colors in them. Yeah. So that I think would be really kind of cute.
I think maybe I'll look into that. We'll post the links to those so you guys could take a look. But yeah, I like since I have 3 new Christmas trees, some ornaments, so that might be kind of fun.
And I don't know how you do Christmas, so don't let me tell you how to do it.
All of it. I do all of it, Kristin.
But I know people have the theme trees. So depending on the size of your tree, you could have a knit tree.
Yeah.
And then you can add knitted ornaments to that every year and change them up or turn them into garland. I had kind of thought of turning them into garland.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of putting them on a tree, making enough that you could kind of string them up on a fireplace or on something like that to kind of use it as more of a decoration off the tree. But there's a lot of different ways you can do it.
Yeah. The other thing I have to do is I have not knitted on my sock cowl, where I'm using my self-striping sock. I don't think I've knitted on that since January or February. So I may spend December just doing that and getting caught up for socks that I've made this year with them, made like 8 pairs. So.
Well, but it's a good way to get some mindless knitting. And if you don't have mojo for knitting, sometimes you need the mindless to kind of get you back in the.
I agree. And I don't really know, there's no plan for that cowl. It is just continuous knitting in the round. Right. I don't even know how long I want it to be. Just that I want to wrap it around a bunch. So it's going to be really long, but I knit a lot of socks. So, and then that'll be my next thing is getting back into my sock mojo because that is
you have not touched your socks in a while.
I'm not. It's sad. I've got 4 skeins wound and split for knitting socks. And I'm just so I need to get back into that. And hopefully
you're around the corner, around the blend is going to help you get back into that too.
I hope so. This was a fun knit. It's one even though it's garter stitch, you have to pay attention to your rows to know where the color is. So you really have to I was using this as bedtime. I watch a lot of murder documentaries. That's my apparently my shows. I don't know why. I guess I'm subconsciously trying to get away with crimes. I don't know. But I love those documentaries and stuff. And for me, that's what I do. Have my little counter out, do a couple rows and do it. But I hadn't had much of that time.
One of the things I was going to talk about, I'm going to put Princess down. She is now cleaning me incessantly, as dachshunds do. So one of the things I was going to talk about was I've gotten into this new habit in the last few months of reading my Kindle before I go to bed. I've always had kind of insomnia issues. And so I take this gummy before I go to bed. And then I read for about a half an hour, 45 minutes, depending, to kind of let it work on me before I go to sleep. And it's been working great. I have found knitting cozy mysteries.
Oh.
And so what I've been doing, and if you've never heard of a cozy mystery, it's just kind of easy read mystery. It's suspenseful, but it's an easy read. We're not talking like James Patterson or something like this.
Not like a Stephen King.
Yeah, it's not a Stephen King.
Yeah.
But I've finished one series and I'm working on another series, and if I'll put the names up because I can't remember them off the top of my head, but I'll put the names up of the books I'm reading. This one I'm in the middle of has 13 books, and it's actually written under a pseudonym, and the gal says that she is a knitwear designer from Canada, won't tell you who her real name is, just knows her pseudonym. And I'm on book 5 or something, but they're a lot of fun, and there's knitting involved, not a huge amount, but they're really fun little books. And because it's a series which I really prefer, then the characters move along with it, and their personal lives continue, et cetera, and so forth. But it's a real fun thing to read right before I go to sleep at night. Really easy. I can always pick it up. It doesn't take any mind thought to do it. And we'll put up the names of the one that I finished and the one that I'm in the middle of. And I would love to hear about if you've got really good knitting books, knitting mysteries, books that deal with knitting along those lines to share, because I'm always looking for good ideas about, something else to download onto my Kindle to read at night. So share those with us. And when I get my poop in a group, and get all the names down and stuff like that, I'll make sure that we've got those names, and I'll catch you up on where I'm at next week in my knitting reading. But it's just something easy, and it helps to get me to go to sleep. So I've been sleeping much better now that I've been taking these gummies and doing a little bit of reading on the Kindle. At first I was afraid, they always say the blue light of electronics keeps you awake. I don't know if it's on the Kindle or not, to be quite
Oh,
honest.
they don't. They actually don't. I think the Kindle is like the paper white, so it's like it doesn't have any of the blue.
So it's just been, really easy because, sometimes my husband is already in bed. Sometimes he comes to bed, and you can turn the lights off and read and then just put it down and it works really well. So that was something that was working for me, and I'd love to hear suggestions if you have any for some cozy mysteries or other types of knitting books.
Yeah, I had insomnia for a little bit. Yeah. I had to get like essential oils going in the diffuser, but now because I'm so busy all the time, I can fall asleep in the middle of a conversation if we're in bed. Tom laughs. On Saturday nights, we play like games and stuff with our friends in Texas, and we do like a video call with them. And I'll literally roll over and say, "Okay, good night," and then it's very weird. But if you say my name, like if I hear Amy, I'll like answer questions like I talk in my sleep. So yeah, it's very weird. It's very weird.
We can get some good information that way.
You can. If we're ever at a knitting sleepover, it'll be, Amy, what's your favorite knit? It'll be awesome.
And the truth beholds.
Yeah. Stephen West, I love. I'm excited for 2022. I know we're, getting close to the end of the year, but I'm excited about like the prospect. I'm going to get Lavallee under control, and my stash is going to get, it's organized, but I'm going to get it all posted, and it's just going to be great. I'm like really looking forward to that. I was like, how many weeks do I need to take off work to get my stash and the Lavallee? It's going to be a lot. But yeah, I'm excited about like that whole getting back into going to knitting maybe. I don't know.
I think the end of the year, there's always this anticipation. Yeah. It's the ending, and then there's this new beginning coming up. And so the anticipation can be great, but we have to remember we still have a month and a half. We got a lot to get done.
I know.
And I've got a lot to get done because I do Christmas knitting, so we're going to get that underway. Christmasing your trees, knitting maybe for your trees, that could be your motivation.
I'm pretty excited about this hat situation. These little mini hats sound amazing.
And they're so cute. They really are.
Especially if I can make like one a night and like
because they're
just
like
hang them up on the tree right as I do theme trees like a little bit, but like our big Christmas tree is like the family tree, so it's like a mishmash. In our case, it's a lot of unicorns and a lot of superheroes, but that's like the everything kind of tree, but like everything else is. I have a dog tree. I have a magnolia tree because it's the South and that's what we do. And my dining room is, woodland. It's a lot, you guys. It's a lot. So I have 3 more.
So we're glad that you joined us. We hope that you enjoyed it. We always have a great time sitting here and chatting with you, what we're doing, what we're going to do, what we think we're going to do, and then it doesn't always turn out. Yes. I have been contacted by someone who watches our podcast. It says, "And where are the damn chickens, Kristin?" And
that's right. Where are your chickens?
Where are the damn chickens? And she was quite insistent that she wanted to see the chickens. So that is on my to-do list to try to get it. I have the pieces for the hat knit. I just have to put it together. So we're going to get that together. And the other chicken will get some work done on it. But
I completely forgot about your chicken.
I know. I was trying to forget about, and then she said, "Where are the damn chickens, Kristin?" So we're going to have to get those going too.
Thank you for holding Kristin accountable when I failed to do so. So thank you. Also, I did not mean to tell you that you didn't have a personality, Kristin. I just that's my one contribution to this. I show up, I bring the knitting. Kristin is the planner. It works well for us, guys. So.
It does. Yeah. So, but we continue to enjoy seeing you. Or talking with you. We really want to hear your comments. And we really look forward to hearing what you have to say, what to do with DK minis, since I'll be looking for those. If you choose to do some sort of mini knits for Advent and for Christmas and for winter solstice and for winter, please let us know what you've chosen. Maybe we'll knit along. You never know what we're going to choose to do. And we look forward to sharing with you in a couple weeks where we're at. And I think we're actually going to record on Thanksgiving weekend, right?
Yes.
We are. So, it's going to be lots of turducken photos.
We're going to have a lot of turducken photos.
We're going to have a lot of turducken photos.
That thing scares me so much. You guys, I got it shipped from Louisiana, so it's legit, right? It's not, I didn't try to debone this thing in my kitchen.
So it's going to be a crazy recording. We're going to have a great time. We're going to be exhausted and full and having a great time. So please come back. We hope to see you again in a few weeks.
All right.
So thanks a lot. Take care.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.